All right, if you're a cat person, I'm willing to bet this question has crossed your mind at least once, probably while you were reaching for a Band-Aid. So let's get into it. Let's decode what our cats are really trying to say. You know the scene, right? You're there, your cat is purring up a storm, you're petting them, everything in the world feels perfect. And then, completely out of the blue,
That happens. And you're left staring at your hand, just totally confused, thinking, wait, what just happened? I thought we were having a moment.
well, here's the first big secret we need to uncover. It's almost never about pure aggression. Your cat isn't just randomly lashing out. No, it's much more interesting than that. It's not an attack, it's communication.
So our immediate reaction is to think, wow, my cat is mad at me. But we've got to flip that script. Try thinking of it this way. My cat is talking to me. That simple change in perspective is a total game changer because they're just using the tools they have to tell you something really important.
So if they're talking, what are they saying? Well, let's crack the code. We're going to look at the 4 main meanings behind that bite.
Yep, it usually boils down to one of these 4 things. And once you get a handle on them, you'll have a much clearer window into what's going on in that furry little head of theirs. First up, and this is the most common one by far, is overstimulation. Think of it like being tickled. At first, it's fun, but after a while, it gets to be way too much. It's the same for a cat. Their skin is super sensitive, and petting can go from pleasant to overwhelming pretty fast. That bite is just a very clear, okay, that's enough now, please stop. Now, just to make things confusing, because, they're cats, sometimes a bite means the complete opposite. This is what we call a love bite. It's much softer, more of a nibble, really. It's actually a sign of affection that goes all the way back to when they were kittens. I know, it's weird, but it's their way of saying they really, really like you. And of course, if you have a kitten, get ready for a whole lot of this. Kittens are basically just furry toddlers. They explore the entire world with their mouths. They're trying to figure out what's a toy, what's food, and what's your hand. It's a perfectly normal part of growing up and learning boundaries. Okay, and finally, there's the one we absolutely need to pay attention to. A hard, painful bite is a serious warning sign. This isn't a nibble, this is their way of screaming that something is wrong. They could be stressed, scared, or even in physical pain from an injury you can't see. A bite like this is a real red flag, and it probably means it's time for a trip to the vet. So we get the why now, but the real trick, the secret to it all, isn't just understanding the bite after it happens. It's learning how to see it coming before it happens. Believe me, your cat is giving you plenty of warnings. And that leads us to the most useful part of this whole thing, learning to read your cat's body language. They're communicating all the time, and if you can learn to speak their language, you can avoid a lot of trouble. Here are 2 of the biggest clues you can look for. First, watch that tail. A slow, lazy swish is a happy cat, but if that tail starts twitching sharply or thumping on the floor, that's a sign of irritation. Second, look at their ears. If they start to turn back or flatten out against their head, it's time to retreat. That's cat speak for, give me some space. So let's sum it all up. The big takeaways are, first, a bite almost never comes out of nowhere. Second, it's a form of communication, not just random anger. And third, watching their body language isn't just a nice little tip. It is absolutely crucial. It's the key to everything. So in the end, it all comes down to this. Your cat is communicating with you constantly, every single day. The real question is, are you listening? Because learning to understand them is how you build an even better, stronger friendship.